Good morning. This is the part 2 of qualitative evaluation from module 12A. So I am Elisa Roxas, as a reporter. So qualitative evaluation, quanti- quantitative, kamali lang po ng caption sa class. So quantitative evidence consists of data that are presented numerically. For instance, performance on a test or responses to a questionnaire may be scored so that a number represented which an individual performance or agree or disagree with a certain concept. Because quantitative data are expressed in numbers, they can be compared directly or subjected to statistical analysis, and they can enable the researcher to make certain assumptions when comparing one data point to another. So basically, quantitative evaluation is determined by the numbers itself. So, how many respondents ba yung, or how many students ba yung nag-take neto, gano'n. So, quantitative data also may permit one to express numerically meaningful changes in performance given certain conditions. So, depende siya sa conditions na gusto natin. Uh, yung resource. One may claim, for instance, that the change in a test score from 50 to 60% represents a 10-point or a 20% gain in individual performance. Express a percentage of his or her original score. So, dahil nga nagbabasa tayo sa numbers, kunin natin yung scores and yun yung magiging percentage. So quantitative data, therefore, are valued for the ease with each calculations and comparisons can be made, and for the easily understandable representation of performance that they produce. So, ang quantitative data po ay mas easy po siya talaga kaysa sa qualitative. Kasi, nagbe-base lang po talaga sa numbers and percentage and mas madali po talaga siyang gamitin. So, most beginning assessment initiatives are likely to rely more heavily on quantitative rather than qualitative forms of assessment for several reasons. Quantitative data are easier to collect and are in the form of readily analyzable numeric score. So, kapagka numbers po talaga yung tinitignan natin, mas madali po natin maintindihan na ay ganito po pala, ganito kadami sa ganito or ganito kaliit sa ganyan. So, quantitative data are easier to collect. Yun nga po, mas madali po siyang um, makuha kaysa sa qualitative. In contrast, qualitative must be sorted, categorized, and interpreted. And alam naman po natin na pag qualitative, kailangan pa po talaga siyang i-sort out and katulad nga po na sinabi dito, i-categorize and kailangan po natin siyang bigyan ng interpretation. Most often by humans rather than by computer programs before a final judgment can be formed. So, methods of ensuring the reliability of qualitative data are time-consuming. So, pagka-qualitative data po talaga yung ginagamit, katulad po nung ginamit namin last set sa aming research, qualitative po yun. So, nag-take po talaga siya ng a lot of time para po makakuha kami ng result. So, for instance, to ensure the portfolio assessment is reliable, at least two raters are used to review each portfolio, providing a form of inter-rater reliability. Focus groups, another commonly used for qualitative data collection, require large investment of time to gather data from comparatively few students. So, i-compare pa natin yung dalawa. mas magkikater po talaga ng mas maraming tao yung qualitative kaysa sa quantitative. So let's compare quantitative versus qualitative evaluation. So quantitative is focused on numbers and numeric values. So pagka-quantitative din po, nagtatanong po yan ng who, what, where, when. So match with outcomes about knowledge and comprehension, define, classify, record, and recognize. Allows for measurement of variables. Uses statistical data analysis. May be generalized to greater population with larger samples and easily replicated. Sa qualitative naman po is focus on text and narrative form. So, nag-answer po siya ng question na why or how. And match with outcomes about application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluate. And six, to explain and understand. And lastly, ability to capture elusive evidence of students' learning and development. So, napakalaki po talaga ng pagkakaiba. Yun pa lang po sa tanong or saan po sila nagpo-focus. Dalawa. Siyempre, yung quantitative nagpo-focus sa numbers and yung qualitative nagpo-focus po siya sa text or narrative na ginagamit po. So, dako naman po tayo sa last two parts ng Module 2A, which is yung general guidelines in grading test or performance task and the Philippine Assessment and Grading System under the critical program. So, as you can see po, ang pinagsama ko na po siyang dalawa para isang ano lang po talaga. Kasi parang isa lang po yung laman nila. So, components of summative assessment. Summative assessments are classified into three components, namely written work, performance tasks, and quarterly assessment. These three will be the basis of grading. The nature of the learning area defines the way these three components are assessed. So, ito pong tatlo na to, yung written work, performance task, and quarterly assessment ay ginagawa po ng mga teachers at ibinibigay sa mga estudyante para gawin nila. And base po sa experience ko, sa pamangkin ko po, dahil siya po ay graded student na, is lagi po silang gumagawa ng written work and performance task. And yung portfolio po nila, yun yung po magiging quarterly assessment nila ay gagawin nila para maisabit po sila sa teacher at yun po yung magiging basis ng teacher para po magbigyan sila ng grade. So, letter A said that the written word component ensure that the students are able to express skills and concepts in written form. So, katulad nga po na sinabi ko kanina, dahil alam ko po yung mga ganito dahil nakikita ko po ginagawa ng pamangkin ko. So, pag written word po talaga is makikita po natin na mostly gumagawa po sila ng essay base po dun sa naiintindihan nila sa lesson na naiintindihan po nila. Written work which may include long quizzes, unit or long tests helps strengthen test taking skills among the learners. It is strongly recommended that item in long quizzes test be distributed across the cognitive process dimension so that all adequately covered. So lahat po yan dapat po ma-take para ma-distribute po natin ng maayos yung sa cognitive process dimensions. So, kabilang po dito yung mga long quizzes or long test po. Next is the performance task. So, the performance task component allows learners to show that they know are able to do in diverse ways. They may create or innovate products or do performance-based tasks. Performance-based tasks may include skills demonstration, group presentation, oral work, multimedia presentation, and research projects. So, yung pamangkin ko po, nakikita ko po siya, minsan yung performance test po nila, pinagawa po sila ng mga arts, which includes yung mga nag-design po sila, ganon, and gumagawa po sila ng mga PPT presentations po. And meron din po sila mga group presentations. And yung isa po, yung nakaraan lang po, is sumayaw po sila. And part po yun ng performance task po nila. And may group po yun. So, next is quarterly assessments. Measure students' learning at the end of the quarter. They may be in the form of objective tests, performance-based assessment, or a combination thereof. So, parang ito po yung mga prelims, ganun po, or periodical exam. So, ganyan po yung tinitake nila. So, components of summative assessment. So, kasama po ito. So, components po, for example, yung written work, which is WW. Ang purpose po nun is assess learners' understanding of components and application of skills in written form. So, katulad po na sinabi ko kanina, meron po talaga sila mga handwritten work na ginagawa at pinapasa po sa teachers. So, second is prepare learners for quarterly assessment. So, hindi lang po ito basta pinapapasa po sila ng mga written works, bagkus ano po ay ginagawang preparation for them for the quarterly assessment or test, like periodical test. And, kailan ba ito binibigay? Ito po yung binibigay kada end po ng topic. So, pag may lesson po, after po na binibigay po. And performance task, ang purpose po noon ay involve students in learning process individually or in collaboration with teammates over a period of time. Second is give students opportunities to demonstrate and integrate their knowledge, understanding, and skills about topics or lessons. Lesson learned in a specific real-life situation by performing or producing evidence of their learning. Third is give students the freedom to express their learning in appropriate and diverse ways. And lastly, encourage students' inquiry, integration of knowledge, understanding, and skills in various contexts beyond the assessment period. So, lahat po yan, nakakoverage po, and yun po ang purpose kung bakit po binibigay ang performance task. So, kailan po ba yung binibigay? At the end of a lesson, focusing on a topic, skills lesson. Several times during the quarter. So, yung English teacher po ng pamangkin ko, nabibigay po siya ng performance task after the lesson. And katulad po ng lesson na binigay niya, ang performance task po nila ay gagawa po sila ng informative essay. So, yun po yung performance task nila. Based po yun dun sa lesson na nakafocus po. So, lastly, na components po natin is yung quarterly assessment. Ang purpose po nito ay synthesize all the learning skills, concept, and values learned in an quarter. So, basically, ito po ay nag-garner ng lahat po ng topics na binibigay po ng teacher at pinag-aaralan po ng bata. So, kailan po ba ito binibigay? Isang beses lang po ito. At pagkatapos po ito ng isang quarter. So, what is the grading system? The K-12 Basic Education Program uses a standard and competence-based grading system. These are found in the curriculum guides. All grades will be based on the weighted raw score of the learner's summative assessments. The minimum grade needed to pass a specific learning area is 60, which is transmuted to 75 in the report card. The lowest mark that can appear on the report card is 60 for quarterly grades and final grades. So, yung mga ginagawa po natin, mga binibigay po natin ng mga performance tasks, written works, so ito po kasama-sama. Ang minimum grade po na talagang binibigay para mag-start po na idagdag po yung mga natin is 60. So, nagtataas po yan to 75 sa report card. And 60 po talaga yung lowest mark na pwedeng ibigay per quarter. So, how is learner progress recorded and computed? Paano po ba yan nare-record and nako-compute? For kindergarten, guidelines specific to the assessment of kindergarten learners will be issued in a different memorandum of order. However, for kindergarten, checklists and anecdotal records are used instead of numerical grades. Katulad po nung sa pamangkin ko, hindi po sila yung number basis. Pero nakita ko po, ang grades po nila hindi po 80, hindi po 87 or 75. Ang nilalagay po nila sa report card is letter po, like yung bago po ngayon na S, O, O, may nakalagay po po na B, ganun po. So, yun po yung ginagamit po sa kindergarten ngayong K-12. So, these are based on learning standards found in the kindergarten curriculum guide. It is important for teachers to give a portfolio, which is a record or compilation of the learner's output, just as writing samples, accomplished activity sheets, and artwork. So, yung mga pinapasa po ng bata, like yung mga pinapagawa po sa module po, is iniipon po yan ng teachers. Katulad po nung pinapasa po ng mga pumangkin ko na pinapipicturean po sa mga bata, kinocompile po yun ng mga teachers. Para po dun po sila mag-base ng kanilang grade na ibibigay nila sa mga estudyante. So for grade 1 to 12 po, in a grading period, there is one quarterly assessment, but there should be instances for students to produce written work and to demonstrate what they know and can do through performance tasks. So dahil nga po isang beses lang po yung quarterly assessment, ay binibigyan po ang mga students ng chance para mas maibigay po nila yung grade na narapat nila through written work and performance tasks. So, there is no required number of written work and performance tasks. So, based po sa pamangkin ko sa mga ginagawa po niya, ang performance task po ay napokonsistent po ng 4 kada quarter. And ganun din po sa written work, 4 lang po. So, bali, 8 gagawin po nila yun. But this must be spread out over the quarter and used to assess learning skills after each unit of ganito. So, yung iba pong teachers, ang ginagawa po nila, ang una po is written work number 1. So, after po nun, pag natapos na po yung lesson, tsaka po siya nagpapagawa ng performance task 1. And to follow na po yung written work number 1 and performance task number 2. So, alternate po nilang ginagawa. And yung teacher po yung bahala dun kung paano niya po ma-spread yun over the quarter and magpapagawa lahat. So, how to compute for final grades and general average and DepEd K-12 grading system. Yung mga nagpo-follow po ay mga steps kung paano po natin kukumputin yung final grades. So, step number 1, grades from all student work are added up. So, this results in the total score for each component, mainly written work, performance task, and quarterly assessment. So, lahat mo ng ginagawa ng mga bata at ng mga students ay pinagsasama-sama na po yun. Raw scores from each component have to be converted to a percentage score. This is to ensure that values are parallel to each other. So, yung raw score po na nakuha po natin sa mga gawa nila is i-convert po yun ng teacher to percentage para malaman po kung parallel po siya sa isa't isa. So step number 2 is the sum for each component is converted to the percentage score. So, katulad po na sinabi ko kanina, i-convert po yan sa percentage. To compute the percentage score, or tinatawag po natin PS, divide the raw score by the highest possible score, then multiply the quotient by 100%. This is shown below. So, kunyari po, learner's total raw score is 50. So, ano pa, i-divide mo yon sa highest possible score. So, kunyari, ang highest possible score ay 60. I-divide mo doon. Tapos, ita-times po natin sa 100%. And step number 3, percentage scores are then converted to weighted scores to show the importance of each component in promoting learning in the different subjects. To do this, the percentage score is multiplied by the weight of the component found in Table 4 for grade 1 to 10 and Table 5 for senior high school. The product is known as the weighted score. So, ito po yung tinatawag na WS. So, yung percentage score na nakuha po natin dun kanina is ito times po natin yung sa weight component para makuha po natin yung weight. So, sa table number 4 po, ito po yung magpapakita ng weight of the components for grades 1 to 10. Hindi po kasama dito yung kindergarten. Itong pinapakita po sa table number 4 ay pang grades 1 to 10. So, syempre, ang components po, ang laman po nun is written work, performance task is, and yung quarterly assessment. So, yung mga subject po dito is language, AP, education sa pagpapakatao. So, ang written work po noon is 30%, performance task 50%, quarterly 20%. Sa kabila naman po, pagka major subject, science and math, 40%, 30%, 20%. Kapag naman po, MAPE or EPP and TLE, written work po nun is 20%, ang performance task po 60%, and quarterly assessment ay 50%. Nagtataka kayo bakit po ang language AP, ESP, and ang MAPE, EPP, TLE ay medyo mas mataas po kasi sa major subjects. Kasi po, mostly ng ginagawa po sa MAPE, katulad nga po ng arts, physical education, and health. So, minsan sasayaw, kakanta, and may mga sports and activities sa TNT, cookery, ICT, magpo-perform po ng mga PowerPoint presentations, and etc. So, yun po talaga yung nagpapalaki, and performance po talaga yung pinakamalaking percentage po na kinukuhaan po na grade ng bata. So, the grading system for senior high school or SHS follows a different set of grades for each component. So, iba naman po yung ginagawa doon kaysa po doon sa junior high school. So, ito po yung, sa table number 5, ito po yung weight of components for senior high school students. So, bumabasa rin po dito yung academic track na kinuha nila, and yung TVL po, which is technology and livelihood, and sports, arts, and design track. So, meron po dito on other subjects, work immersion, research, business enterprise, simulation, exhibit, and performance. Kapag sa PBL naman po, sports, arts, and design track, papasok po dito yung work immersion, research, exhibit, and performance. So, parehas lang po na meron po silang written work, performance task, and quarterly assessment. Na Binibigyan po ng mga teachers mostly ng 25, 50, and 25%. Siyempre, iba rin po yung katulad din po kaganina, mas mataas rin po talaga yung mga performance test. So, step number 4, the sum of the weighted score in each component is the initial grade. This initial grade will be transmitted using the given transmutation table to get the quarterly grade. O tinatawag po natin QG. So, parang ito po yung ito na yung overall grade. Pag nakuha na po natin yung initial grade, pwede na po natin yung i-transmute para makuha po natin yung quarterly grade ng bata. So, step 5, the quarterly grade for each learning area is written in the report card of the student. So, kailangan po talaga makikita po yan sa report card. Hindi po yan pwedeng mawala. For a better understanding of how to record the summative assessments, Table 6 presents a sample class record showing 3 learners for the first quarter of grade 4 English. On the basis of this class record, Table 7 presents a step-by-step process on how to compute for quarterly grade. Ito po yung table number 6. Ay sample po ito ng class record para sa English grade 4 ng first quarter. So, ayan po yung mga sample na score na 20, 25, highest possible score. Diyan din po makikita yung mga final percentage po base po dun sa scores na nakukuha po ng bata. So, kapag lahat po yan matataas, syempre ang quarterly grade po yan talagang mataas po, 100. Pero, imposible po talaga na makakuha ng perfect 100 po ang bata. So, steps for computing base. Ano nga ba yung step by step? So, number 1 is the get total score for each component. Katulad po na sinabi ko kanina, kailangan po talaga makuha po natin yung score ng bawat pinapagawa natin sa bata. So, number 2, divide the total raw score by the highest possible score, then multiply the quotient by 100%. Yung pinakita po natin kaganina sa table number 1, so, i-divide po natin sa highest possible score and multiply by 100%. So, step 3 is to convert percentage scores to weighted scores. Multiply the percentage score by the weight of the component indicated in table number 4 and 5. Add the weighted scores of each component. The result will be the initial grade. And lastly, transmute the initial grade using the transmutation table. So, pagka nag-compute po tayo ng grade, kailangan po talaga natin tignan maigi yung mga scores ng mga bata. And bawal po manghula dahil hindi po hinuhula ang grade. So, yung step number 7, makikita po natin na bawat written work po, actually hindi po lahat ng school or lahat ng teachers nagbibigay po ng written work hanggang 7. Pero po ibang teachers na hanggang written work number 4 lang po yung pinagpagawa po nila. And nakukover na po yan ng buong quarter kasi meron po pong pinapagawa sa mga bata na performance task. So, ito po yung step number 2 na pinakita ko sa inyo kaganina. So, kung ang score po ng bata is 145, ang highest possible score po is 160, so i-divide po natin yan, then times to 100%. So, kung ganyan po is makakakuha po tayo ng 90.63%. So, Yung number three, convert percentage scores to weighted scores. So kung ang written work for English grade 4 is 30%, ang weighted score po is 90.63 times 0.30. So the weighted score of written work is 27.19. So kung ang performance test naman po is nasa 50% and weighted score po is um, 83.33. So, i-times po natin yan ng 0.50. And makakakuha po tayo ng 41.67%. So, kung quarterly assessment for English grade 4 is 20% at ang weighted score ng bata is 80, times po natin yan sa 0.20 and makakakuha po tayo ng weighted score for of quarterly assessment is 16. So, component weighted score, written work is 27.19, performance task is 41.67, ang quarterly assessment po is 16%. So, total of 84.86. And the initial grade po is 84.86. So, um, kung ang initial grade po, katulad po na nakikita natin, is 84.86, kapag transmuted grade na po yan, is magiging 90. So, quarterly grade in English for the first quarter is 90. At ito po yung magre-reflect sa report card na binibigay po natin sa mga magulang. So, tulad nga po na sinabi ko kanina, for MAPE, individual grades are given to each area, namely music, arts, physical education, and health. The quarterly grade for MAPE is the average of the quarterly grades in the four areas. So, pagsasama-samahin po natin yung quarterly grade for music, arts, PE, and health. So, for example po, 83, 83, 84, 85 divided by 4. Kung ano po yung lumabas doon, yun po yung magiging score ay magiging grade ng bata. So, how are grades computed at the end of the school year? So, yung kabuuan na po. Okay, for kindergarten, there are no numerical grades in kindergarten. So, katulad po ng sinabi ko kanina, hindi po talaga sila gumagamit ng numbers, kundi mga letters po, and binibase po nila yon sa mga nakuha po nilang gawa ng mga bata. Okay? Description of the learner's progress in the various learning areas are represented using checklists and student portfolios. So, iniipon po talaga yan ng mga teachers. These are presented to the parents at the end of each quarter for discussion. Additional guidelines on the kindergarten program will be issued. So, kapag ang magulang po ay naghahanap at nagtatanong na bakit ganito yung grade ng anak ko, bakit mababa. So, ipapakita po ng teacher kung bakit po ganon dahil iniipon niya po yung bawat activities, bawat gawa ng mga batang pinapasa, mga assignment, and mga videos po. Ganun po kasi sa ngayon kindergarten. Katulad ng tatlong pamangkin ko po. Nagpapasa po sila ng mga videos and mga features na nagpapakita po. Tapos, chinecheck po yung teachers pag pumapasok na po nila. So, for grades 1 to 10, the average of quarterly grades or QG produce the final grade. So, ipagpa-plus-plus po yun ng first quarter, second, third, fourth, and divided by 4. So, the general average is computed by dividing the sum of all final grades by the total number of learning areas. Each learning area has equal weight. So, kapag na-plus-plus na po natin yung apat na quarter and i-divide po natin sa apat, yun po yung magiging final grade ng bata. So the final grade in each learning area and the general average are reported as whole numbers. Table number 8 shows an example of the final grades of the different learning areas and general average of a grade 4 student. So example lang po ito ng grades. So makikita po natin yung mga grades niya ng quarterly from first to fourth quarter. So, for example po, ang Filipino, ang grade po niya sa first quarter is 80, 89, 86, and 84. And i-divide po yan. Ipa-plus po yan, i-divide sa apat. So, ang final grade po is 85. So, pag nakuha na po natin lahat ng um, quarter, sa lahat ng quarter, pagpa-plus po natin yan, and i-divide po natin kung ilan yung subjects ng bata para po makuha yung general average, yung grade, final grade, at ilalagay po natin yan sa report card para maging visible po sa mga magulang at sa mga students kung anong grade, kung ano yung general average na nakuha nila. So, for grades 11 and 12, the two quarters determine the final grade in a semester. Table 9 shows an example in grade 11, second semester for the Accounting, Business, and Management or ABM strand. So, ibang-iba po talaga yung sa grades 11 and 12 kasi dalawang semester lang po sila. So, pumapasok na po dito yung mga core subjects and applied specialized subjects. And nagbabase po yun sa kinuha nilang strand. So, yung table po na to is pinapakita po dito ang grade ng isang APM strand. So, how is the learners prepare or progress reported? So the summary of learner progress is shown quarterly to parents and guardians through a parent-teacher conference, in which the report card is discussed. The grading scale with, with its corresponding descriptors are in table 10. Remarks are given at the end of grade level. So, kapag kakuhaan po ng card, pinapapunta ang magulang sa school at kinakausap po ng teacher. So, nagkakaroon po yan ng meeting. And yung po sa meeting na yon is pag-uusapan po nila kung ano po yung mga descriptors, kung paano po nag-grade ang isang teacher, at kung ano po yung mga remarks ng bata. So, kapag outstanding, makikita natin yun na 90 to 100, and ang descriptor po ng mga yan is outstanding, very satisfactory, satisfactory, fairly satisfactory, or did not meet expectation. So, yung lastly po, below 75 na po yung grade na yan. At pag yun po ang grade ng isang bata, is failed ang remarks na ibibigay ng teacher. Pero from outstanding to fairly satisfactory, ay magbibigay po ng past remark ang teacher sa grade. So, using the sample class record in table 6, learner received an initial grade of 84.86 in English for the first quarter, which, when transmuted to a grade of 90, is equivalent to outstanding. Learner B received a transmuted grade of 88, which is equivalent to very satisfactory. Learner C received a grade of 71, which means that the learner did not meet expectation in first quarter of grade 4 English. So, balikan po natin yung grading scale. So, katulad dito, yung learner A ay nakagarner po siya ng 84.86 sa English sa first quarter. So, ito po ay transmuted sa 90. So, nasa po ba yung 90? So, as outstanding po yan. So, ang remarks po ng bata ay pass. So, kapag naman po ang bata ay nakakuha ng 71, katulad ni learner C, balikan po natin dito. So, below 71 is fail. So, hindi po na-meet yung expectation na dapat na-expect po sa isang student. So, when a learner's raw score are consistently below expectation in written work and performance tasks, the learner's parents or guardian must be informed not later than the 5th week of that quarter. So, kapag po ang bata ay hindi po talaga gumagawa ng mga binibigay po ng teachers na gawain or pala-absent po ang bata, may instances po talaga na ipatatawag po ang magulang or pupuntahan po ng teacher para malaman po ang sitwasyon. Pero kadalasan po na kapag pumupunta po ang teacher sa bahay, ito po ay palagi ng pag-absent. Siyempre, naaapektuhan din po yung mga gawain sa school pag hindi po pumapasok ang bata. So, kasama na po yan sa pinag-uusapan ng teacher at ng parent. Or, kung wala pong parent, o yung guardian. So, this will enable them to help and guide their child to improve and prepare for the quarterly assessment. So, kung hindi man po gumagawa ang bata, pero dahil nga po nakausap ang magulang na i-prepare po ang bata, pwede pa pong makahabol para sa quarterly assessment or sa test na ginagawa or gagawin. So, a learner who receives a grade below 75 in any subject in a quarter must be given intervention through remediation and extra lessons from the teachers of the subject. So, kapag bagsak po ang isang bata or below 75 po ang grade, means kailangan po mag-remedial class. And naranasan ko na rin po yan na mag-remedial class sa math dati. Nung 4th year po ako kasi sobrang baba ng grade ko po, 74. So, naranasan ko po yan mag-remedial class. Mahirap po yan kasi after po ng buong klase nyo, mag-i-stay pa po kayo sa school. So, marami po talagang mga student katulad ko na tuto po ako na hindi na po magpapagsak at ipasa po talaga yung math para hindi na po ako mag-remedial class. So, this section provides the basis for promoting a learner to the next grade level or for retaining a learner in the same grade level. These decisions must be applied based on evidence and judiciously. So, hindi naman po basta-basta pag-ayaw po ng teacher sa bata is ibabagsak na lang po, pero maayos naman po yung paggawa ng bata. Hindi po yun binabase doon. Pero binabase po yun sa grades ng bata at kung ang remarks po niya ay pass. And yung remarks po na yon ay yung grade po ng bata, yun po yung pagbabasihan ng teacher kung ililipat niya po or i-upgrade niya po. Kanyari, grade 4 po ang student. So, gagawin niya grade 5. And nasa grade din po ang decision and nasa remarks kung fail po ang bata, syempre kailangan pong umulit ang grade. A final grade of 75 or higher in all learning areas allows the student to be promoted to the next grade level. Yan po yung sinasabi ko kanina. Table 11 specifies the guidelines to be followed for learner promotion and retention. So, ito po yung table 11. So, ang requirements po ng for grades 1 to 3 learners, ang requirements po niyan is final grade of at least 75 in all learning areas. Number 2, did not meet expectations in not more than 2 learning areas. Did not meet expectation in 3 or more learning areas. Ang decision po niyan kapag hindi po mababa ang grade ng bata, promoted to the next grade level. Basta hindi po bababa ng 75 ang grade. Kapag naman po ang did not, pagka dalawa ang hindi na-meet expectation, kunyari dalawang 74 ang grade ng bata, kailangan po niyang ipasa ang remedial class for learning areas kung saan po siya bumagsak. Otherwise, the learner is retained in the same grade level. Kung hindi niya po mapapasa yung dalawang subject na nabagsak, is hindi po siya mapopromote sa next grade level. Kapag naman po tatlo na ang hindi na-meet ang expectation or mababa po ang grade, kailangan po mag-retain ang same grade level. So, for grades 4 to 10 learners, katulad ng kaganina na requirements, kapag ka hindi bababa sa 75 in all learning areas, promoted po sila sa next grade level. So, kapag dalawa naman po, is uulit magbibigay po ng remedial classes. Siyempre, kapag hindi pa rin na-expect yung expectation, uulit po yung bata. So, ganun din po pag tatlo or more than yung nabagsak ng bata, uulit po ng grade level. So, another requirements po for grades 4 to 10 is must pass all learning areas in the elementary. So, kailangan po talaga is mapasa po ng bata yung bawat learning areas po sa elementary para ma-promote po sa junior high school at mabigyan po ng diploma at makagraduate or yung tinatawag na po natin na moving up for grade 7. And lastly, must follow all learning areas in junior high school. Ito po ay kailangan ipasa para makapasa po at ma-promote po for senior high school and mabigyan po ng junior high school certificate. So, for grades 11 to 12 learners, same lang po and kailangan po hindi bababa sa 75 all learning areas in a semester so that the student can proceed to next semester. Second is did not meet expectations in a prerequisite subject in a learning area. So, ang decision po niyan is student must pass remedial classes for field competencies in the subject before being allowed to enroll in the higher level subject. So, parang katulad na rin po to sa college na kailangan po talaga magkaroon ng, kailangan talaga i-take ulit yung subject para mabigyan ng proper or magandang grade para maka-enroll po sa susunod na grade. So, number 3, did not meet expectation in any subject or learning area at the end of the semester. So, ang decision po niyan is student must pass remedial classes for field competencies in the subjects or learning areas to be allowed to enroll in the next semester. Otherwise, the learner must retake the subjects field. So lastly, must pass all subjects or learning areas in senior high school. So, ang requirements po talaga for grades 11 and 12 learners is maipasa ang lahat ng subjects sa senior high school para maka-earn and makatapos ng senior high school certificate. So, for grades 1 to 10, a learner who did not meet expectation in at most 2 learning areas must take remedial classes. Remedial classes are conducted after the final grades have been computed. So, hindi naman po basta-basta na kapag sa first quarter or sa mababa sa first quarter, yun na yung mag-remedial. Siyempre, titignan din yan sa buong quarter para malaman kung magre-remedial ang isang bata. So the learner must pass the remedial classes to be promoted to the next grade level. However, teachers should ensure that learners receive remediation if they earn raw scores which are consistently below expectation in written work and performance tasks by the fifth week of any quarter. This will prevent a student from failing in any learning area at the end of the year. So, hindi naman po basta-basta nagbabagsak ng isang teacher na walang consideration. So, nagbibigay pa rin po sila ng chance sa isang bata para magawa yung mga written work and performance tasks na binigay para magawa nila at maihabol. So, ginagawa po yan sa fifth week ng isang quarter. At para makapasa pa po yung mga late nagpapasa. At para hindi mabigyan ng failing grade. So for grade 11 and 12, learners who fail a unit or set of competencies must be immediately given remedial classes. So kailangan po talaga yun kapag nabagsak ka sa isang unit, mag-remedial class ka agad. So they should pass the summative assessments during remediation to avoid a failing grade in a learning area or subject. This will prevent students from having back subjects in senior high school. However, if the learner still fails remedial classes, he or she must retake the subjects or subject failed during the summer or a back subject. Guidance teachers or career advocates must provide support to the senior high school student for his or her choices in senior high school tracks. So, kailangan po talaga pagpipili ang isang junior high ng kanyang senior high school strand is pag-uugulan po talaga yan ng pansin. Kasi kung hindi po, kung pipiliin po ng bata ay nandun lang po yung mga kaibigan niya sa strand na to and hindi po talaga yun yung gusto niya, syempre mahihirapan po ang isang bata para maipasa yung subject na yun or yung strand na yun. So, through career guide or career teachers, ay guidance teachers is bibigyan po ng suporta yung mga student para makapili po talaga sila ng strand na gusto nilang pumunta. So, summative assessments are also given during remedial classes. These are recorded, computed, weighted, and transmuted in the same way as the quarterly grade. So, parehas lang po yan ng compute dun sa ginagawa na quarterly grade sa mga nakakapasa. So, equivalent of the final grade for remedial classes is the remedial classes mark or RCM. The final grade at the end of the school year and the remedial class mark are average these results in the recomputed final grade. If the recomputed final grade is 75 or higher, a student is promoted to the next level. However, students will be retained in the grade level if their recomputed final grade is below 75. So, same pa rin ang sinasabi ko kanina na kapag bagsak is hindi talaga mapopromote sa next grade level. So, pero pag napasa naman ng bata is mapopromote. So the teacher of the remedial class issues the certificate of the computed final grade, which is noted by the school principal. This is submitted to the division office and must be attached to both Form 37 and School Form number 5. Figure 1 below shows a sample certificate. So ito po yan. Kailangan po kasama po yan ng Form 137. And the learner can enroll in the next grade level for grades 1 to 10 and in the next semester for grades 1 to 12 upon presentation of the certificate of the computed final grade. This certificate can be verified in the division offices as needed. So, ito pong certificate na to, Certificate of the Computed Final Grade, hanggat hindi po to binibigay ng teacher sa division office, is hindi po pwedeng mag-enroll ang bata. Kailangan maipakita mo muna po ito kasama ng Form 37 para makapag-enroll po ang bata. kung talagang, kasi ito po ang titignan kung talagang nakapasa na siya. So the goal of the K-12 curriculum is to holistically develop Filipinos with 21st century skills. So, yun po talaga yung um, goal ng K-12 para ma-ready po talaga ang mga Filipino students and maging skillfully worker po sila. The development of learners' cognitive competencies and skills must be complemented by the formation of their values and attitudes anchored on the division, mission, and core values of the Department of Education, which is executed by Deped Order Number 36, Series of 2013. So, nasa batas po yan ng DepEd. As shown on the next page, non-DepEd schools may modify or adapt these guidelines as appropriate to the philosophy, vision, mission, and core values of their schools. So, yung mga hindi po DepEd schools or yung private schools po, pwede po nilang gamitin yan or i-modify as their guidelines para po sa philosophy, vision, mission, and core values po ng kanilang mga schools. So, yung vision po ng DepEd is we dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continuously improves itself to better serve its stakeholders. Mission: to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner. Administrators and staff, as stewards of the institution, ensure an enabling and support environment for effective learning to happen. Family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learners. So, ang core values po ng DepEd is makadiyos, makatao, mga kalikasan, at makabansa. So the core values have been translated into behavior statements. In addition, indicators have been formulated for each behavior statement. These are presented in table number 12. So hindi ko na po naisama yung table number 12 dito kasi sobrang haba po talaga. So, schools may craft additional indicators for the behavior statement. So, pwede po yan dagdagan or ayusin po ng mga schools. Schools must ensure that these are child-centered, gender-fair, and age and culture appropriate. To support the development of these core values, school must make sure that their homeroom guidance program promotes them. Additional opportunities may be integrated into class discussions in all learning areas. So, kailangan po, yung core values po, yung mga Diyos, mga tao, lahat po yan dapat is nakocover sa ating homeroom. A non-numerical rating scale will be used to report on learners' behavior demonstrating the core values. So, sa likod po ng report card, nakikita po natin yan kung nasusunod po ng bata yung mga core values, yung makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan. The class advisor and other teachers shall agree on how to conduct these observations. They will also discuss how each child will be rated. So, yung mga teachers po, nagkakaroon po sila ng evaluation day kung saan po pinag-uusapan po nila yung bawat bata po na kung susunod po ng bata yung mga core values na ini-implement po ng school. So, ito po yung table 13 na nagsushow po ng marking for the observed values. So, yan po yung nakita natin ng EO, SO, RO, or NO. So, pag EO po, lagi po yan always observe, nakikita. Sometimes observe, rarely observe, or not observe. So learners who demonstrate behaviors that are not consistent with or do not reflect the core values may need to additional psychosocial support from the school. The class advisor should discuss this observation with the parents or guardian to promote the child's affective development. Further probing may be needed to better understand the learner's situation and context. So, ang school po talaga ay kailangan po ng suporta ng mga magulang or guardian para po sa development po ng mga students. So, how is attendance reported? It is important for learners to be in school every day. Learners' class attendance should be recorded by teachers daily at the end of each quarter. The attendance is reflected in the report card. So, may grade din po ang attendance. Talagang chine-check po yan ng bawat teachers. And mahalaga po na ang bawat student ay pumapasok araw-araw. Nakikita po yan sa report card. So, the number of school days in each month is represented, which is based on the school calendar for a given school year. So, pag kunyari, ang February po is 28 days. Tapos sa baba po nun, makikita po kung ilang days po pumasok yung bata. O, ito po yan. Kunyari, ang February is 21 days po ang number of school. Kasi may Saturday and Sunday po yan. So, pag complete attendance po ang bata, 21 din po yan. So, wala po siyang number of absent. Makikita po yan kung ilang beses po pumasok ang bata or ilang beses po umabsent. So, a learner who incurs absences of more than 20% of the prescribed number of class or laboratory periods during the school year or semester should be given a failing grade and not earn credits for the learning area or subject. So, meron din po yung grade, yung attendance. So, kailangan po talaga araw-araw pumasok ng bata. So furthermore, the school head may, at his or her discretion and in the individual case, exempt a learner who exceeds the 20% limit for reason considered valid and acceptable to the school. Kunyari po, may mga days pong absent na bata, pero important naman po, kunyari emergency or nagkasakit po ang bata, syempre considerable po yan and acceptable po yan sa school. The discretionary authority is vested in the school head and may not be availed of by a student or granted by a faculty member without the consent of the school head. So, kailangan po ang school head ang mag-facilitate po ng mga ganitong bagay. Hindi lang po basta sa teacher ang decision. So, such discretion shall not excuse the learner from the responsibility of keeping up with lessons and taking assessment. When absences cannot be avoided, the school must give the learner alternative method and materials that correspond to the topics, competencies that were or will be missed. Siyempre, kung ano po yung mga hindi na-take ng bata, yun po yung ibibigay ng school. These include modules and materials for the alternative delivery mode or alternative learning system. So, kung hindi po talaga kaya ng bata pumasok araw-araw, meron po as na tinatawag kung saan once a week lang po pumapasok ang bata. And dun po nila pinapasa yung mga assignments sila and performance tasks, written work, yun po, as well as those that are found on the Learning Research Management and Development System, which is called LRMS. When students successfully accomplish the learning activities through these materials, they shall be exempted. However, the report card should still reflect the number of absences. Parents of learners who are accumulating many absences must be immediately informed through a meeting to discuss how to prevent further absences. So, may iba po talagang teachers na pinupuntahan pa po yung mga students sa bahay nila, pinupuntahan po kasi lagi na pong absent yung anak nila. Yan. Habitual tardiness, especially during the first period in the morning and in the afternoon, is discouraged. Teachers shall inform the parents or guardian through a meeting if a learner has occurred 5 consecutive days of tardiness. So kapag po ang isang student ay, kunyari, 1 week na pong absent, so pupuntahan na po yan ng teacher or papatawag na po yung magulang. So, yun lang po ang aking report. Thank you po.